Tej has been with the Coroner Service actually over 30 years. You know, she really has such a way of working from within in a very modest, unassuming way to lead people to really incredible things.
Tej and her team at the Coroner's Office provides us with monthly data. That information helps us see what the trend is, what's going on. Tej has been integral to asking what do we need to make decisions, how can they break out the data which is going to be more useful for us to answer the questions that we need to answer.
Tej was instrumental in identifying and raising concern about what she thought was a serious trend in the overdose crisis.
There were a couple of cases where the coroners had noted the decedent was taking one type of drug, but then what we were finding in the toxicology was illicit fentanyl. So we made some changes to our database. We added in some additional codes, which particularly tracked the presence of fentanyl in deaths that we were seeing here in British Columbia.
So a lot of the data that has been added is around not just the number of deaths, but the circumstances of the deaths, and giving us more information around whether the death occurred in an individual's residence or whether it was outside, and also what substances have been detected.
We realized that our health partners were going to need information much more quickly if they were going to develop meaningful responses. So Tej's group developed a monthly reporting capacity, which was challenging. They're not a big unit, but Tej knew that if we're going to provide information that's meaningful, it has to be timely.
Tej has rightfully earned the respect of several external stakeholders. She has worked with many years to develop a very close relationship, and I think she can be credited for educating the other educators about the responsibility of the Coroner Service and what valuable information we can share.
I think Tej provides a great example of leadership from within, in that she doesn't always feel like she has to be in charge of every project. She brings a wealth of experience to all of her interactions, internal and external. When an issue arises, she will bring her knowledge to it that's informed by a whole bunch of different sources.
Our ministry is about public safety, and I think the two words that have always stood in my mind are citizen-centered. I've heard my colleagues use that term, and anytime I'm working on a project or an initiative, at the forefront of my mind is, will it benefit the citizens of British Columbia? Is what we're doing going to be meaningful? And that's really my guiding principle as a leader in this organization.